Shana Tova, everyone! Shana Tova! It's so good to see all of you. It's been a while. Let's see, when did we see each other last? Stephanie, do you remember when we saw each other last? That was 10 days ago, on the birthday of the world, on Rosh Hashanah. 10 days ago. I guess a lot has happened in the last 10 days. I wonder if anyone has had some time to spend with their families and maybe some time to spend with their friends. Have you spent any time with the animals outside? With the sunshine? Have you spent any time by yourself? Well, it's just about time for the Storah of the week, one of my favorite times, and we have a special one for you today. So everyone, could you please imagine we're going to take out the Torah. See, take it out now. Yep, and we kind of hold it very tight like a baby. And then we do a dance party. That's right. So let's dance. She is a tree of life to those who hold fast to it, and all of its supporters are happy. A tree of life to those who hold fast to it, and all of its supporters are happy. Yeah, clap your hands and say, Shalom, 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 Shalom. Yeah, Shalom, 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 Shalom. All right. Actually, we can dance with our Torah in our imagination all the way around the room. So if you have a stuffed lovey at home, or if you have a friend that you want to dance with, or maybe a family, or you can dance with me and Rabbi Amichai. Hi, Rabbi Amichai. And
hi, Shira.
With Stephanie, and we can do We Are Dancing with the Torah. Dancing fast. Go, go, go. Fast, 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 fast. And dancing slow. We are dancing with the Torah. Round and round and round we go. Hakafa, 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 hakafa. Hakafa is the Hebrew word. Hey, Rabbi Amichai, since you're here, will you tell us, what does hakafa mean?
Hakafa means going around in circles.
Like it really means going around in circles.
Yeah, it means like circle dance.
Like a hula hoop?
Like a hula hoop.
Okay.
Like a big dance party in a circle, like a hora.
Oh, okay. All right, let's do a hora. Anybody know how to do that? You need some special dance moves called like the grapevine. We are doing a hora with the Torah. Did you know that rhymes? Hora and Torah? A dancing fast and dancing slow motion hora. Ooh, we are dancing with the Torah. Round and round and around we go. Hakafa, 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 hakafa. Okay, I really want to try hula hooping with the Torah, because that's kind of a round. Does anybody have a hula hoop? Well, we could pretend. We are hula hooping with the Torah. Hula hooping fast. Go fast, 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 fast. And hula hooping slow. Oh, don't drop the hula hoop. We are hula hooping with the Torah. Round and round and round. Whoa, do it. Hakafa, 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 hakafa. Yeah. All right, I like what you said about it being just a big old dance party. And like, I don't know, it's fun to dance with the Torah. So maybe we could do a few more good steps. So it's time to dance. It's time to dance, dance, dance. It's time to dance. Yeah, it's time to dance, dance, dance. It's time to dance. It's time to dance, dance, dance. Everybody on the floor, tell me what you're waiting for. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's time to jump. Hey, it's time to jump, jump, jump. It's time to jump. Woo! It's time to jump, jump, jump. It's time to jump. Nice. It's time to jump, jump, jump. Everybody on the floor, tell me what you're waiting for. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's time to... I've never really wiggled with the Torah. Could we get a little wiggle? Okay, let's wiggle. It's time to wiggle. Woo! It's time to wiggle, 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 time to wiggle. Ah, it's time to wiggle, 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 time to wiggle. Yeah, it's time to wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Everybody on the floor, tell me what you're waiting for. One. How do you say one in Hebrew? Anybody remember? Echad. Two. Shtaim. Three. Shalosh. That's a lot of wind in there. Arba. Wait, I already said it. Four. Arba. It's time to sit. It's time to sit, sit, sit. It's time to sit. It's time to sit, sit, sit. It's time to get comfy. It's time for comfy and cozy. Find a really soft spot for our Storah of the week.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Yom Kippur Storah of Awe. Today's Storah is from the most special day of awe, Yom Kippur. You might heard me earlier say Yom Kippur. Some people say Yom Kippur. Some say Yom Kippur. Listen to your heart. So, this story is from the third book of the Torah, Vayikra, Leviticus. You want to say it with me? Lev, it, kiss.
Yes.
Mwah.
Love.
Hey, you guys, you know what? I
Love-
love this story so much. I'm going to come right back to hear the rest of it. Can't wait to talk to you about it.
See you soon.
Kiss.
That's right. Leviticus. Great job, everyone. And we'll see you soon, Rabbi Amichai. Meanwhile, come close. Come close and listen to our stories. These stories are for all of us because these stories are about us. Ahem. Once upon a time, the children of Israel were traveling in the desert. They were on a long journey and they sure did learn new things every day. If you've been with us on the weekly Shabbat ShaMorning, you might remember Aaron as Miriam's brother and a member of the tiny Tot Adventure Club. Now, imagine him all grown up. He's tall, he has a friendly face, he's still very close with his little sister Miriam, and now he has his own family. Aaron has grown up to be Aaron, a very important man in the community. He is called the Kohen Gadol, the high priest. Have you heard that word before? Kohen? What is a Kohen Gadol? Well, a Kohen is someone who helps people feel close to their highest heart selves every single day. The way Aaron does this is by first making sure he is close to his highest heart self so that he can give wise advice. He would listen to his highest heart self. He would spend time in sacred space, places that he felt close to nature and close to the mysteries of the universe. And he would make sure his body was clean and healthy with all the nourishment it needed, so that his head was clear and his body was ready to hear. I hear a beautiful baby who lives with me. Oh no. Sometimes we have a lot of things that we need, and not everyone knows how to say them out loud. Well, let's go back to Aaron while Mommy helps Baby. So, Aaron would make sure that he was clean and healthy with all the nourishment that he needed so that his head was clear and his body was ready to hear what his highest heart had to say. My job, said Aaron, is to follow my highest heart self.
Follow your heart and listen to what it tells you. Follow your heart. Follow your heart. Follow your heart. I promise that it will teach you. Follow your heart. Follow your heart. Will you sing that with me? Follow your heart. Listen to what it tells you. Follow your heart. Follow your heart. Follow your heart. Follow your heart. I promise that it will tell you. Follow your heart. Follow your heart.
One day, grown-up Aaron was on his way to the temple tent. His apprentice and daughter. An apprentice is like a younger person about your age, and this person, who was also Aaron's daughter, helped Aaron with all the Kohen Gadol tasks. Her name was Ellie, and she would normally go with him every day to the temple tent. But today was a special day. Why can't I go with you today? Ellie asked. Well, said Aaron, today I'm going behind the magic curtain. Why? Because this is the one time a year when I go into the Holy of Holies to be alone. Why? Because I'm going to be with my highest heart self. Why? So that I can feel at peace. Why? Because when I'm at peace, I can feel guidance for what to do next. Why? Because even I don't know what to do next all the time. And when I go by myself behind the curtain to be with my highest heart and with all the mysteries of the universe, I can quiet myself down enough to hear what I should do. Well, what's it like behind the curtain? Doesn't it get lonely back there all by yourself? Aaron smiled at her with all the love in his eyes. It's very special, actually. It's very peaceful. I think it might be different for everyone, but for me, it sounds like a babbling river. It smells like lavender and cream. It feels like the warmest hug. Oh, that sounds very nice, thought Ellie. Ellie suddenly felt very important. She knew just what she had to do. Ellie could tell that this was going to be the start of a great adventure and ran out the door. First, Ellie came to a nice soft patch of sand in the desert clearing. Maybe this would be a perfect spot to be alone.
Stephanie?
She sat down, closed her eyes, and took a deep breath. Oof. Even though her eyes were closed, the sun was still shining way too bright on her eyelids. Ellie didn't like the sun being too bright. So Ellie tried going to the market, where she could sit under an awning of one of the stores. She sat down, closed her eyes, and took a deep breath. There was too much talking. She opened her eyes. Ellie didn't really like loud noises. That's it, Ellie said to herself, and she walked off to the community garden. She sat down, closed her eyes,
Steve?
took a deep breath.
Steve,
Yeah.
I have a question.
Yeah?
I couldn't help it. I just had to ask it. I just, I was wondering if she was looking for I mean holy things since Aaron was in the holy of holies, was she searching for a bunch of holy things? What was she searching for?
Very, very smart, Shira. She was searching for her own holy space, her own place where she could feel comfortable, where she could feel calm and really, really hear her highest heart self.
All around, everywhere. I mean, it seems like all around, everywhere. Holy, holiness. And we've learned that all around and everywhere is holiness. So how did she know? I mean, how could she know what was going to be different about this place? Because she knew that in the highest sky, in the deepest sea, in the highest sky, in the deepest sea, holy, holiness. So I'm just trying to understand what was different. Like when she was out there looking at the sun, I mean, in the desert and the sun was too much, she was in the desert and on the sand. In the desert and on the sand, holy, holiness. But the sun was too bright, so she couldn't sit there for very long. Yeah, just like that. And then when she was in the marketplace, she was in the market. She was next to everybody, right? She was like, it was a busy place. In the market, in the middle of everything. Holy, holy. So much holiness in there, but it was too loud. Okay, where's she gonna go next? I'm sorry, I had to ask, because, well, there's so much to that word, holy. I wondered what she was really looking for. But okay, keep going. Maybe we could sing a little bit more if she visits another place.
Secret, she does visit another place. And that was a really, really good question, Shira. Thank you for teaching us about holy holiness. So, as we keep going, Ellie said to herself, I'm gonna walk to the community garden. So she walked and walked, found her spot, and sat down, closed her eyes, and took a deep breath. The light was just right. The sounds were just right. And it even smelled lovely. Ellie tried to get comfortable. The ground is too bumpy. Ellie didn't like sitting on rocks. It's hard to find the right place to be alone. So she walked home and went inside her room. And that's when she saw it. A curtain! I have my own curtain right here. I'll use it to cover the windows so the light is just right. Grandma's chocolate chip cookies. They'll be just the right smell. Oh, yeah. And my big cushion? I can sit here and be comfortable and cozy, cozy, cozy. And then Ellie heard it. Nothing. I can hear the quiet. Ellie closed the curtain, whoosh, smelled the sweet cookies, sat down on the cushion, and appreciated the silence. She closed her eyes and took a deep breath. She felt so calm. I have a question for all of you. Where is your favorite place to be? Where do you like to be alone? And what do you do there when you're alone?
All around, everywhere. All around, everywhere. Holy, holiness. What makes something the Holy of Holies? I mean, I love that question you just asked, Stephanie. What makes something the Holy of Holies? I wonder if you do have a place that you like to go. I do, for sure. But I wonder, what did Ellie hear in her Holy of Holies? What did she hear? What do you hear in your Holy of Holies? When I use my ears, I can hear. What can you hear when you use your ears? Stephanie heard a baby cry. I mean, if you weren't using your ears, you would not have heard the baby cry. That was pretty cool. Stay with me here, Stephanie. What else do you hear? You can unmute so that I can hear you. What else do you hear with your ears? When I use my ears, I can hear
The TV.
If there's a TV on, you can hear the TV. I can hear the cars going by. I can hear my cat's meow. What can you hear when you use your ears?
You can hear the birds chirping sometimes, especially now that in New York City there aren't as many people.
Yeah, that's true. I can even hear, when my parent says, I love you. That's a good thing to use your ears for, yeah. In the Holy of Holies, in your very special place, there's a lot to hear. When I use my eyes, I can see the sunlight, yeah, and the sky. When I use my eyes, I can hear see the
Birdies.
birds. I can see my friends. I can see you. When I use my nose, I can smell the
Flowers.
Oh yes, I love to have flowers around me to smell. And Ellie could smell her chocolate chip cookies. Nothing better than that. What can you smell when you are in your Holy of Holies, your most special place? What happens next, Stephanie?
Well, we're wondering, what did Ellie hear, smell, see? I think she heard her heartbeat. And she thought of the heartbeat of family, her pets, and all the animals outside. You know what? I also wonder, what did she think about? Maybe she thought about some fun moments in her day. She thought about her favorite toys, and she said thank you for them. Thank you. I also wonder, what did it feel like? Well, maybe she felt hopeful that everyone could have a chance for peace like this, a chance to sit in holiness, to hear, see, smell, and really be able to listen to our highest heart selves.
She really had a chance to be with herself. And I love that. Thank you, Stephanie. Makes me think that if you want to be one with the water, dance with the river, sing to the sea. And if you want to be one with the air, rage with the thunder and whisper to me. I bet you do a lot of whispering and raging when you're by yourself. I mean, when all of us, when we're ready to become, stand strong. Get up tall, everybody, and surrender. Ready to be one. If you want to be one with the earth, melt with the mountains, shift with the sand. And if you want to be one with the fire, burn all your bridges and reach for my hand. When you're ready to become, stand strong and surrender. Ready to be one. If you want to be one with the infinite, spin with the planets, shine with the stars. And if you want to be one with the spirit, surrender. You already are. When you're ready to become, stand strong and surrender. Ready to be one. Stephanie, thank you for that beautiful story. A special story for you, only on Yom Kippur. I can't wait to hear what Rabbi Amichai will share with us too. Shana Tova, everyone. Shana Tova.
Shana Tova.
Well, hey guys, wow, what an amazing story. Thanks, Stephanie and Shira. This makes me think about how Eli found a quiet place behind the curtain. That this story happens on Yom Kippur, the Day of Atonement, the day when we really go inside to find a very quiet place inside where we can just be quiet and hear our heart and hear our thoughts and be less distracted by all the voices and grown-ups and what's on the screens and everything. Eli's dad, the high priest, Aaron, the Kohen Gadol, he went into a place called Kodesh HaKodashim, the Holy of Holies. Inside their temple, their holy place, there was this one little room with a curtain, and you can go inside only once a year. And there, if you were really, really quiet, you could hear the energy, which is the mystery of the world. Some people call it God. Some people call it presence or Ruach HaOlam. You could only really listen quietly when you're very quiet. And you know how I find that quiet place inside, even there's no big temple or high priest? I take my talit, I put it over my head, and I'm quiet. And sometimes I just close my eyes. And I'm inside the Holy of Holies, the Kodesh HaKodashim. So I invite you also to find some way today and every day to just find the quiet place, like Ellie did, and like her dad did, and like all of us know how to do. And on this day especially, so we can ask ourselves, In this quiet place that I'm connected to energy and to the presence, what does my heart want me to do? How can I be a better person this year? A great kid, more happy and more helpful, and totally present, here now, in the Holy of Holies of right now. Thanks for the story, guys. I hope this Yom Kippur was really meaningful and a little fun. Shana Tova. See you later.